Oke, hello, welcome back di Sip Malam Gaming. Hari ini kita masih biasa ya, melanjutkan game KJD2. KJD2, oke, kita lanjut aja misi yang kemarin. Masih melanjutkan misi yang kemarin yang habis nyelamatin si Kepon.
Vauclin Brabant, chevalier, aventurier et voyageur. I'm at your service, mon brave Henri. And I have an excellent idea. In your honor, I shall name my new horse after you.
Pleased to meet you, Sir Vacula.
My name is Vauclin.
Vauclin?
Vauclin. Vauclin.
Vauclin.
Would you mind if I just call you Brabant?
Bingung banget cara pronounce-nya gimana ini.
Oh,
Brabant?
que peut-on y faire? It will have to do. Do not concern yourself, mon ami. Clearly, you are not tenant in any art or conversation. But at least you have courage and other skills. You carried out the entire operation truly brilliantly. I could not have done it much better myself. And look, mon ami, how the fresh air suits Monsieur Chapon. He has finally stopped drawing in self-pity.
What self-pity, damn it? I was locked up for days in a tiny stinking room.
Ah, come now, mon cher. Luck was simply not on your side for once. That is all. Now we are finally free. The time has come for grand deeds. I did not waste my time in captivity. I fought everything over diligently. Listen.
Please, I'd prefer not to.
What's your plan, Sir Baron?
An heroic deed about which odes shall one day be composed, similar to my feat in the famous battle of Arezzo.
Did you distinguish yourself in that battle?
Oui, mon cher Henri. When all seemed lost, I led a heroically desperate attack that ultimately led us to victory. For that, I was knighted. Opportunities for heroism await everywhere. One just has to seize them. What if we were to journey to Vienne? We could assemble a company and liberate le roi Wenceslas.
That would be excellent. If the king were to return, the nobility would definitely support him. Sigismund would have to withdraw.
Précisément. And what is more, our names would be sung throughout the kingdom. Undoubtedly, we would also earn a rich reward too. Then I would invite the best stonemason from France and build Monsieur Chapeau a castle that even Chevalier Hanush would envy.
You must be mad. You've been free less than a day, and you're already thinking up ways to get yourself killed. I'd rather endure Hanush's preaching about my incompetence than listen to this chatter. We'll see what happens next. But the first thing that I need is to get good and drunk.
Sampai mana nih naik kuda nih? Sampai kota ya mungkin. Kok ini pada hancur kotanya, kenapa ya?
Monsieur Chapon, you have yet to participate in a real battle. But I fought against les Valaques at Naples, and les Anglais in Bourgogne. And that is how war looks, whether in Italy or la Bohème. It is always the same.
That's not
Ada bekas bakar-bakar gitu loh.
What value did this village have?
Eh bien, I would estimate 5 courtyards. Annual revenues could be perhaps several hundred groschen.
That's not what I meant, Bakalin. No fortress. Maybe one fortified courtyard. Practically insignificant militarily. That's not how war should be fought. This is unjust.
Do not give way to sentimentality, monsieur. A village could harbor spies and saboteurs or supply the enemy, and destroying enemy assets is an effective tool of war. Wars are not decided only in battles. There are not even many of those. To strike in the rear, make the enemy lose and bleed. That is how most conflicts are fought. However, wait a year or two, the village will be settled. The population will increase again. That is how it always happens.
But we're the nobility. Our task is to lessen the chances of such things happening. Here!
Of all the bandits in the whole wide world, we run into this pair of scoundrels.
I fucked everything up.
Oh, get up, lad. Everyone makes mistakes. Only a better man owns up to them. At least we know now what kind of vermin we're dealing with.
What brings you here? We just escaped from Malashov, and right now
There's no time for haste. One thing at a time, my boy. Word reached Ratai that you pair got yourselves into a nice mess. I'm glad to see you both in one piece. So, let's hear it. What happened?
It's best if Henry tells you. I wasn't around for half of it.
no sooner had we spied Trotsky on the horizon than everything started to go to hell. We made camp by a pond with the intention of heading for the castle at first light, only we were ambushed by bandits in the evening. They killed all our men and took everything they could carry, including the letter for von Berghoff.
And how did you two manage to get out alive?
Just by a stroke of good luck. We were both in a bad way. We might not have made it if a local herb woman hadn't taken care of us.
Only after that, we couldn't get into the castle, though. We looked like a pair of beggars.
And the bastards treated us as such.
But you did get into Trotsky in the end, didn't you?
Von Berghoff received us and heard us out. It seemed like he was on our side. We even helped him out several times. Until we found out he was just stringing us along. It all came out after we set out with von Berghoff's men to deal with the bandits who were rampaging in his domain. The same ones who attacked us at the start.
Only they ambushed us and took me and Henry captive for ransom.
But it turned out these very outlaws are on our side. They're fighting for King Wenceslas on the orders of Sokol of Lamberg.
Well, I'll be damned.
So von Berghoff has been the real enemy all this time. And Zizka is actually our ally.
Zizka. Zizka. He's the captain of those outlaws. That name doesn't ring a bell.
I think you'll meet him soon enough.
What impression did he make on you?
He's an interesting fella. Handy with a weapon, but also pretty tricky. It's best to keep a fella like that on your side.
He made quite an impression on me, for one. I'll be happy to see him again. But if only it didn't have to be in Rapport. Why Rapport? Of all the places in the world.
We're riding to a gathering of King Wenceslas's supporters. If fortune favors us, the future fate of the kingdom will be decided there.
If we keep standing around here gabbing about it, it'll be decided without us.
Patience, my friend. This pair have just returned from the clutches of the enemy. No doubt they have something to tell us.
Like how in the devil did you manage to escape?
I was helped by the Ruthard family, the former rulers of Malashov, in exchange for dealing with some trouble they had with Ulrich of Raditz.
Ulrich Favak? But he's the mint master.
Well, he won't be for long, if it comes to light that he's been putting his sticky fingers on the royal silver.
It seems you've been pretty busy.
But don't forget to say what you found out from von Bergov in Malashov.
Sigismund has convened the city council. Markvart von Aulitz will be there with him, too. The word is, Sigismund is going to make an important announcement there.
He picked a nice time for it. But at least he won't be sticking his nose into what's going on around.
Yang mana ya? Let's all go to Rabors. Kayaknya saya pilih ini dulu deh. I'd like to finally get some rest.
An awful lot has happened in the last few days. Really looking forward to my bed.
I'm sure you are, son. But we really can't let that council assembly slip by. Young Lord Capon will go with us to Rabosh, but you'll have to return to the city right away and try to worm your way into the town hall.
What? How can I get in there? I can't just walk in off the street.
You've got the dirt on Favak, and you don't know how to use it? Just tell him either he gets you into the council chamber, or you get him on the gallows.
It's worth a try, right?
I hope that assembly really is important. If Sigismund is just going to announce an increase in taxes, there's not much point in my being there.
Well, at least you can enjoy watching the long faces of the councillors when they hear it. And don't worry, I'll eat and drink in Rabosh on your behalf.
If I come back and find you there under lock and key again, I'll leave you to rot.
T'inquiète. I will go as well, and I will not let your friend out of my sight.
Hans? Who's this?
Vaclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo, at your service.
He was a captive of Lord von Bergov's, like me. He defended Kuttenberg against Sigismund.
In that case, he'll be a welcome guest at Rabosh.
You don't know what you're promising, Baron. Watching Sir Hans is a job and a half.
The main thing is to watch out for yourself, Henry. As soon as you can do so without raising suspicion, come and join us.
He'll manage it, but now we really need to hit the road.
Safe travel, Henry.
Adieu et bonne chance.
And to you. Hopefully we'll meet soon. I ought to go and see Rosa
Okay.
when I'm in town.
Misi
She'd
selesai.
like to know how it went with that book.
Saya periksa map dulu, barangkali ada misi baru sebentar. Kita cek dulu semuanya. Lokasi misinya ada di di Malesov ada misi. Di Kuttenberg ini kayaknya misinya urgent deh. Sebentar. Tuh. I've got enough time before the council convenes tuh. Berarti harus segera ini nih. Saya tadinya mau ngambil misi di Malesov dulu, tapi kayaknya nanti deh Malesovnya kita ke ini dulu. Ke Kuttenberg dulu deh. Ke sini. Sekalian mau ngasih buku ke Rosa. Kan Rosa minta buku. Ini ada apa sih? Ada Dead Soldier, coba kita lihat. Baru jalan. Ada Dead Soldier katanya. Nah. Hey. Wah, ini korban begal ini. Bisa banyak gitu yang berjatuhan. Bentar. Repair dulu. Kan kita habis battle. Repair dulu. Ini juga penting. Terus ini sama Taylor's Kit. Nah. Coba kita lihat ya satu-satu ya. Ada sih uangnya. Lumayan. Ini kayaknya habis di begal sama bandit ini. Coba, ada banditnya nggak di sini? Coba kita periksa mapnya dulu. Siapa tahu banditnya sekitaran sini. Oke, kayaknya nggak ada. Nggak ada banditnya. Langsung aja kita ke Kuttenberg. Skip. Oke, sudah sampai di Kuttenberg. Yang pertama harus dilakukan adalah cuci muka. Bentar, cuci muka dulu. Saya nyari tempat buat cuci muka. Biasanya ada sekitaran sini. Sebentar.
I'm sorry.
Cuci muka biasanya suka ada loh. Ya udah deh, kita ini aja. Tidur dulu aja dulu. Tuh kan? Selalu aja kalau lewat tangga ini selalu ada orangnya. Tuh.
Careful.
Tuh, suka gitu. Setiap lewat tangga ini selalu ada yang ngalangin, tapi view-nya di sini keren. Oke, sejam aja tidurnya cukup. Sudah. Pasti ada orang. Oh, kosong, oke. Kita ke ini dulu ya, ke si Rosa dulu. Mana sih? Sebentar. Ke Rosa. Oh, nih, ke sini nih. Ke poin B, tapi yang hijau.
Welcome, good sir.
Nah, gitu dong, bersih.
The same as last.
Belok sini
I
kayaknya.
apologize.
Kayaknya salah deh. Coba lewat sini. Mungkin ke sini, maybe. Oh, itu tuh. Ini nih, pintunya nih. Ini penjaganya nih.
I don't know what you said to the mint master, but he left here looking
Penjaganya nih. Terus kita ke atas, ketemu si siapa, si Rosa. Dia ada permintaan buku katanya. Kita ambil dari tempat yang tadi yang nyelamatin si Kepon. Kita ketemu Mbak Rosa dulu. Duduk dulu biar enak. Nggak bisa. Nggak bisa ngobrol, harus berhadapan. Nah, gitu dong. Nah, ketemu sama Rosa. Nih Mbak, bukunya Mbak.
By the way, like you were saying about that book,
My favorite book. Pray tell, did you find it?
as I wandered through the fortress, I stumbled upon von Bergov's chambers, and there it lay. Red leather, gold inlay, just as you said.
You really found it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, did you have any time to leaf through it and see what it's about? I don't think so.
I read a bit of it.
What did you think?
Well, the author doesn't spare anyone. I wonder if he holds anything at all sacred.
Sure he does. Courage, honour, loyalty. But others have already written enough about those. A writer is interested in what lies beneath the gilded veneer of orderliness and piety, because it's much more interesting.
Hold on. Who wrote this, then?
I did. Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me? And what would I write?
How should I know? Poetry, a novel, a treatise, or a whole book?
That's a tempting notion. Who knows? In another life, I might have become a writer.
Wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with this.
There are still a few blank pages left, so we could finish writing it together. You and me. What do you think?
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chambers. Will you escort me?
My pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas, but we must contribute in equal part.
Both? Well, fine. What should I do?
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. A tale of a man or a woman? I'll take careful notes of everything.
Well, being a man myself, a man, I suppose.
Why not? And what kind of a man is he?
You mean I have to think up a name?
You don't need to, but try to describe him so I can better imagine him. With a single word, even.
There've already been enough heroes, saints, kings, and martyrs. So an ordinary person.
That's 2 words, but I'll forgive you. And do you want it to be an ordinary villain or an ordinary do-gooder?
Make him a do-gooder. But he can also have some bad traits to make it believable.
Very well. And what kind?
What if he were a bit of a womanizer? But a decent fella otherwise.
And that strikes you as an excusable bad trait? I will engage in no such defense.
That sounds as if you've already thought of one.
Oh, my. And not just one. But I asked first.
Yeah. Anyone's faults are easy to find.
Especially when that person doesn't even try to hide them.
And what's wrong with that? Would you prefer for people to pretend to be better than they are?
No. But putting your bad habits on display for all to see isn't great either.
Do you know anyone without faults?
Of course not. Whenever I thought that of someone, I was quickly disabused of my illusions.
Who, for example?
I don't need to look far. My father, and my brother as well, have taught me much in this vein.
What actually happened between them? I heard they had a falling out.
Venser was a hothead. He kept urging Father not to put up with insults and stand his ground. Father explained to him in vain that to respond to such provocations would give the king's people an excuse to take from us. Actually, Venser went to defend the city a bit, out of defiance. We didn't even have time to say goodbye.
Tell me more about Quinslin. What's he like?
Father is the last Rudhard in Kuttenberg. After the death of his son, There remains only a daughter, who will not bear the family name. He doesn't want to go down in history as the weak Rutard, who gave away his entire estate to Sigismund and ended the family line.
All right. But what's he like, really? As a father?
Wise, caring, considerate, and strict. But it's hard to blame him.
Tell me more about your brother. What was he like?
I had always thought Venser was determined, brave and proud, except he was really more stubborn, short-tempered, and vain. And not a day goes by when I do not think of him. In spite of everything, he was my older brother, and I miss him.
Was he the one who taught you how to shoot a crossbow?
Yes. And also to ride a horse, curse in 3 languages, belch aloud, and other things every proper lady should know.
And Kunzlin certainly also mourns for Venser.
Naturally. As a father, he lost a son. As a Roothard, he lost his future. There's 2 reasons for mourning.
You speak as if he didn't even have a heart.
If they hadn't quarrelled, Venser might still be here today. But there's no point in going on about it. Back to work. Which bad trait did you choose?
He could be born with his foot in his mouth. I know many such. They blurt something out, and only then think about it.
That's a good idea. His mouth gets him into trouble, but in the end, also out of it. That would be a joy to write. Well, just about finished.
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet. Something's missing.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself with proper illumination, but I think I can handle a sketch. Especially if you'll be my model.
What? And what on earth do I have to do?
Have you ever seen a heron? Imitate one.
A heron? Well, maybe like this?
Well, now we're done.
Finally. I'm sore all over.
Your suffering is over. Come take a look at what we've done. Your reward.
Apa sih, gambar apa sih? Coba lihat.
Don't worry. You can blame me for all the mistakes.
Dah? Udah dibaca ya? Sebentar. Coba kita tanyain lagi si Rosa.
So what about that story of ours? Tell me your impressions.
That's nice. A bit didactic, but not to the point of boring moral bludgeoning. And that's the way it should be. Sermons for ordinary people work in a similar way. They entertain and encourage, with a few lessons added in between.
You see, when I lead mass one of these days, I'll certainly think of you. And what about the sketch? For such a slapdash job, it's not bad, right?
Oh, it's pretty, really. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I know I'm no master illuminator, but otherwise, I think we can be quite satisfied. And thank you for the help. I really enjoyed it.
Well, so did I. And for that matter, you're an interesting girl, and I'd like to get to know you a little better.
No beating around the bush. How about that? Please do stop by sometime. I wager it will be enlightening for both of us. Perhaps I can show you my collection of hunting trophies.
Oh, and about
Okay.
that secret passage to Malashov. How did you find that secret passageway back then?
I'm glad you asked. because it's a really interesting story. It all started when I was 12. One morning, I found a bat nailed to the Malashov gate. Peculiar, eh?
Not really. Bats are creatures of the night. They flit around while good Christians are asleep, often carrying out the will of witches, or even the devil himself. But a bat nailed up actually repels all evil, and protects the house against sickness.
Well now, I have to admire your knowledge. That's exactly what the chambermaid told me too. The thing that I was most interested in was where they got that bat. You know, I was awfully inquisitive back then. Embroidery wasn't exactly my passion, and Papa forbade me from riding out into the woods, so at least I explored the fortress from top to bottom.
I know all about that. Not that I ever embroidered, but Pa never let me stray too far from home.
Parents have no understanding for the adventurous soul, do they? But back to the bats. I found out from the guards that they caught the poor creatures somewhere in the cellars. So I went to have a look there and found a whole swarm of them. I followed them for a while, and I noticed that in one corner they simply disappeared into a wall. Strange, isn't it? I was full of curiosity, and I talked Papa into having the wall demolished. I remember there was even a priest there at the time, and he wasn't at all happy about it. He was afraid we'd dig into hell. But as you probably guessed, there was nothing behind the wall but a passageway leading off into darkness.
My word, you're right. That is a really good story. And I didn't expect that ending at all. You're really sharp. And hard-headed when you latch onto something. That's something I admire.
Hard-headed? Aren't you a bit impertinent? I'd rather say determined.
Why did your people mark the passage from outside?
Papa came up with that. He said one never knows what might happen, so I thought up the idea with the crosses. Why do you ask anyway? Would you rather search all over the woods for it?
No. It's really smart. And very convenient for me. Thanks again. Have you ever used the passage?
No, it's never been needed. Thank God. But everything is ready there. There's a strong door and a ladder that we can pull up behind us. That ought to give us enough time to get to the end and dig our way out.
Oke. Oh, dia bisa ngajarin kita skill ya? Coba belajar skill ya.
You said you could teach me something. What did you have in mind?
If you ask nicely, I'll share some of my hard-earned wisdom with you.
Very well then, Lady Know-It-All. Let's say then I come on bended knee. What scholarship can you pass on to me?
That depends on what you're interested in. There's a whole world hidden inside of books I could talk to you about for days on end. Or if you prefer actions instead of words, I can show you a few shooting tricks. But I warn you in advance that it will not come free. After all, there's nothing more valuable than scholarship. So, what would you like?
Oh, dia bisa ngajarin kita scholarship sama marksmanship. Ya udah, belajar semuanya.
I'd like to expand my horizons a little.
Kita percepat.
You'd bet.
Kita percepat aja. Soalnya ini cuma belajar skill doang. Oke, scholarship nambah. Sekalian satu lagi lah.
Could you teach me something?
Why not? But I warn you in advance. So,
Marksmanship
I'd
boleh
like
lah.
you shoot. Will you?
Lumayan, skillnya kan upgrade terus nih. Makin lama, Henry makin strong. Nice, thank you. Sebentar. Kita upgrade skill dulu, scholarship. Sebentar. Kita pilih ini deh, kontemplatif. Sama marksmanship. Kita baca dulu ya satu persatu ya. Sebentar. Kita pilih ini deh, one shot at glory. Sudah. waktunya keluar. Ini kamar anak cewek, jangan lama-lama, bahaya. Oke, kita keluar dulu. Turun.
Always
Terus
glad to see polite
sebentar.
people like you. God
Greetings.
be with you.
Greetings.
Keluarnya kemana sih? Ini ya? Oh iya, ini benar. Hai Mod. Nah, waktunya lanjutin misi lagi. Nih, find out how to get the city council from Master Fafak. Oke, straight to the point.
Careful.
Careful. Sebentar. Sudah mulai dekat. Kayaknya sih di sekitaran rumah sini nih. Masuk gak sih? Gak bisa ya? Coba kita mutar.
I'm sorry.
Hey, lewat sini gak bisa. Ditutup. Si ibu itu dasar, si ibu nutup pintu ke muka. Untung gak penyok mukanya. Kalau nggak suka bilang, Bu. Oke. Mana sih? Oh, ini ke sini. Oke. Kita masuk ke poin B. Oke. Di sini open. Open lagi. Oh, ini nih si Fafaknya.
Hold your horse.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show me your face again? I'll call the guards.
Hold your horses. I'll come in peace. Actually, I have a little offer for you.
You've come to blackmail me again?
Call it what you like. I need to get into the city council assembly. And I reckon you can help me.
The assembly? The one King Sigismund is supposed to attend in person?
Now, Sigismund's just a usurper. Wenceslas is the only true Bohemian king.
Singing Ruthard's song, eh? I might have known. Speak then. What do you want? And tell the truth.
I want to know what Sigismund tells the council. I hear it'll be important.
You want to spy? Do you know what you're risking? And what I'd be risking? Forget it.
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you better shape up.
All right, all right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself, or especially me. And that will be the end of our business together.
Sebentar. Kita pilih nih. How about few groschen?
How about a few groschen to seal our fruitful relationship?
You're worse than a horse dealer. Have it your way, then. You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to let you stand in for him. Although, not everyone would want to give up an opportunity to serve the King of Hungary.
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a boozer, but he's proved his worth as a waiter. Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of permission to serve in the council. Otherwise, you won't be let inside.
What will I need to work as a waiter there?
Fast feet and good manners. And the livery of a royal waiter.
Excuse me?
Or do you think you can serve the king in a torn shirt and muddy hose?
Well, no. But I never heard about any livery before.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king. Don't even show up there without it.
Where can I find the cook's boy?
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today from Master Tailor Schneider. You'll almost certainly run into him there. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing bout. I swear that fellow practically lives at that Tin Hen.
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron Eagle. That is zum Eisernen Adler.
What would work on him? How can I persuade him to give me his job?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him? I told you how to get to the assembly. Now do your part.
I'll be going then. See you at the council.
Just make sure we both come out of it alive.
Oke. Dapat misi baru. Kita keluar dulu dari tempat ini. Sekalian dicek lagi misinya. Misinya apa aja? Nomor C sama nomor D. Ambil King's Sweater Certificate sama King's Sweater Clothes. Ada di sini ya. Kita ke situ dulu. Nah, karena di sini kayaknya poin-poin penting, jadi saya mau save game dulu deh. 1 jam aja. Kita save game dulu.
So what's it gonna be?
Save game dulu. Tuh kan, ada aja yang ngalangin tangga ini. 2 orang lagi. Waduh. Minggir kenapa, Bu? Saya mau lewat. Ada lagi. Minggir, Pak. Minggir, Pak. Minggir, Pak. Saya mau lihat, Pak. Tidur dulu. Kenapa ya di tangga itu selalu ada orang gitu loh? Kayaknya sengaja gitu. Mau naik tangga, dia juga turun tangga atau ternyata ada di depannya gitu. Sengaja banget ngalang-ngalangin si Henry. Oke, sabar. Jangan emosi dulu. Ada aja yang lewat tangga tuh. Tuh kan?
It happens.
Kesel liatnya gitu loh. Ngalang-ngalangin terus. Sebentar. Awas, Bu. Aduh. Awas, ini ada misi penting. Nah, biar tahu tempatnya kita baca dulu. Yang C dulu deh. Apa yang D? Sebentar. Oh, yang C itu di sana. Yang D dulu berarti. Sebentar. To pass myself off as royal waiter, I'll need his certificate. Otherwise, I won't be able to get to the council. Coba yang bawahnya, appearing at royal banquet as waiter is not simple task. I will need a fine dress from Franta Cooldown, who had it made for the occasion by Tailor Schneider. Oh, jadi kita ngambil ini ya. Beli bukan ngambil. Ngambil ngambil lagi. Beli baju dari Tailor Schneider. The tailor can certainly be found at the market during the day. Oh, pada siang hari jualannya. Iyalah. Malam tutup. There's no point looking for him at night. Iyalah. Ngapain malam-malam nyarinya. Ini bukan sih kalau nggak salah. Ini kayaknya. Apa tadi itu namanya, lupa lagi, sebentar.
Nothing to your liking, sir?
Ya, sebentar. Kayaknya Tailornya bukan yang ini kayaknya, sebentar.
What are you blabbering about?
I heard about this one bloke, a young fella.
Tailornya kayaknya bukan yang tadi. Ini juga bukan. Apa sih namanya, saya lupa. King Waiter Clothes. Yang mana ya? Tuh. Coba ada nggak ya di sini ya? Waiter Clothes.
What do you have for sale?
Waiter Clothes. Sebentar. Tuh, bukan semua nih. Waiter, dia mintanya waiter. No, bukan di sini.
Fine day for some fine wares. Do your shopping here and you're in the clear.
No, bukan yang ini. Yang jual baju. Kayaknya ini nih Tyler nih, kayaknya ini nih. Trade. Waiter. Mana sih waiternya? Waiter clothes. Bukan loh.
Finest wares, quality goods.
Sebentar.
Iron and steel, all quality.
Ini kan armor ya, coba. Saya baca lagi. Tyler Snyder. Pokoknya penjualnya itu namanya Snyder, ada namanya. Snyder kan laki-laki kemungkinannya. Snyder. Iya bukan sih? Bukannya. Tyler Snyder. Ini kan market nih. Bukan ini Saddler. Ini sih. Ini sih sebenarnya. Sebentar. Yang Taylor yang mana? Taylor maaf. Waiter yang mana waiternya? Sebentar. Agak bikin bingung juga. Baca dulu lagi deh. Who had made for the occasion by Tyler Snyder. The Tyler can certainly be found at the market during the day. There's no point looking for him at night. Iya tahu. Ini sudah during the day.
A wonderful day for a wonderful purchase.
Onions, garlic.
Coba kita periksa mapnya. Cuma ada satu Tyler di sini. Tyler Snyder. Mana sih yang jualan, bikin bingung aja. Gak ada namanya loh itu. Tyler Snyder. Nyari ginian doang susah loh ya. Nih, ini sudah masuk area sebenarnya. Tyler Snyder. Dia bukan sih? Bukannya. Membingungkan.
I'll be closing soon. Shop while you can.
Coba. Ini sih jualan armor. Yang mana sih? Oh, pantesan dicari di shop nggak ada. Ternyata harus diajak ngobrol.
I hear one Franta cooldown is supposed to come and pick up new clothes from you.
You're too late. Franta already came and picked up the goods. You just missed him.
Udah dibeli katanya. Waduh. Too late katanya. Oh ini. Harus itu dong. Harus dicuri dong kalau kayak gini. Oke, kita coba masuk.
At your service, sir.
Oh ini nih. Si Franta cooldown.
You must be Franta cooldown.
I am. And who might you be?
I'm Henry. I heard you're supposed to serve at the City Council Assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up, fill your belly, and I'll do all the work for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that,
It's a bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine while I run around like a bugger with pictures so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
I have important news for the king.
I just have to get in there, understand? I have an important message for the king about a plot against him.
But why would you want to get to him as a waiter?
But it could be that someone from the council is mixed up in it, so I have to be incognito. See?
I see. All right then. To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different wines apart and that?
Yes.
Of course. Who do you take me for?
All right. No need to get upset. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you and think up some good excuse. Clear?
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better on you. The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly or get it covered in shit.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You better not. Farewell, sir.
Oke, kita dapat bajunya. Kalau gitu bajunya dipasang dulu di slot 3 deh. Kebetulan ini slot 3 masih kosong. Kosong ya, sebenarnya sengaja sih dipakai buat nyolong soalnya. Nice. Oke. Ya nice lah kalau dapat uang banyak tanpa berusaha banyak. Ya gitulah pokoknya. Kita pakein ini, terus ini sepatunya gitu. Nah, terus apa lagi nih? Cukup kayaknya. Gini doang. Cek lagi misinya. Nah, ini infiltrate nih. Report for a duty. Ya udah. Kita report dulu. Nah. Majordomo.
Franta Cooldown sent me. I'm to stand in for him at the council assembly.
Franta's not coming. What's wrong with him?
He got poisoned. Probably from food. He's writhing in agony. By turns praying and cursing, spewing from both ends.
Oh, that's enough. All right. At least you're here.
It can't be without a waiter here, when the king himself will need waiting on. So, let's have a look at you.
Have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure. There is.
Everything's in order. Now, about your livery. You've got a waiter's cap, a tunic you have. Hose are good. It's a good thing you've got no steel on you. You need to be light on your feet to run around tables. Everything as it should be. Glad to see it, lad. Do you know what your duties are? For an inexperienced greenhorn like you, it'll be a great responsibility.
Well, I'll happily listen to any advice. I wouldn't want to foul things up.
I should certainly hope not. Now listen. A good waiter should stand in a corner, look willing and ready, and not get in anyone's way. In short, behave as if you're not there. But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you run and pour it for him on the double. You'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and pour for them. White Tokaib or red monastery wine.
White or red by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarjitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly has to be interrupted, or otherwise it never reaches an end. We can't allow that to happen in the presence of the king.
All right. Sir Adam of Zarjit stays dry.
And if the king himself wants wine,
You pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't look at him. And the most important thing?
Remember who wants what?
That too, but more importantly, do not disturb the councillors at their work. They have a lot to discuss, and in general, a good waiter has to be invisible, blind, and deaf.
Oh? I thought I had to keep my ears pricked.
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and provide everything that anyone wants from you. Understood?
Yes.
Absolutely. I'm a waiter after all, not some street gossip monger.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on the social ladder. Not just anyone can serve the King of Hungary, but you'll manage it, right?
Okay.
I know everything I need to. I can do it.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a lighter load. You can wait in the cubbyhole for the servants.
Order. Sebentar, saya baca dulu, takut nanti ada yang salah. A guest will order wine, either Tokaji yang warna putih, or monastery red merah, by calling out to you and raising their hand. Oh gitu. If you are unsure, you can ask them to repeat their order. Oh, bisa ditanya ulang, oke. Pouring wine, menuangkan wine. On the table in the corner of the room you'll find 2 pitchers of wine. Oh, ada 2 jenis ini ya, 2 jenis apa? 2 jenis pitcher gitu loh. Take the one that one of the guests want to pour and walk his table with the pitcher. The chat will activate the option to pour wine for him. After serving the guest, you can return the pitcher or wait to see if the next guest wants same do. Maaf. You can return the pitcher or wait to see if the next guest want the same wine. Terus quality of service. Be careful not to let guests wait too long or pour them a wine they didn't order. Oh, jangan sampai salah ngasih wine-nya. Repeat delay or mistake won't be tolerated. Ya, itulah intinya. Kita jadi tukang antar wine.
There are the pictures of wine.
Our current Waffen
Hopefully I won't splash anyone's shoes.
and on top of that,
wine.
the army was requisitioning from it. Should the town reserve have
Mana yang
worse
diambil nih?
weapons than any räuber in the domain?
Hey, waiter,
What
pour me
are
some
you
Katherine.
getting at,
Eldris?
I'm
Mana nih?
saying that the bandits who freed Hinnik, the dry devil, used
Coba
that thing.
yang 2.
That Hackenbücher.
Which wine?
White Tokai. Can you believe it?
White Tokaji. Oh iya, sebentar.
You're the one who
White
didn't know where they
Tokaji.
got them. Since you're a gunsmith.
What are you
Misi.
implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott.
Ini kan?
It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison.
Thank you, waiter.
And
Okay.
Herr König surely knows this too.
Ada yang order lagi nggak?
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
Simpen dulu deh.
What I smell is that your stubborn
Simpen dulu.
heads do not realize what Schwierigkeiten this is. The dry devil is running free. There are Raubricker everywhere in the region.
Yang
We have
haus,
the
yang haus.
army bearing down, and you want to defend
Hey,
yourselves with
pour
a
me
few
some monastery
rusty
wine.
halberds.
And who
Hey.
is it you want to fight?
Adam Zarzit. Oh iya, kalau nggak salah Adam Zarzit itu nggak boleh dikasih minuman katanya.
Der König and his
Orders from
army
above.
will not
This
be
is
here
unbelievable.
Shut up! The king can arrive at any
Pokoknya si
What have he heard?
Zarzit itu nggak boleh dikasih
We're
wine,
sitting
nantinya
atop the biggest
mabok
silver
katanya.
heap in the kingdom,
Nantinya bikin
and we're
kacau
supposed to defend it
katanya.
with brooms?
You're right, Eldris.
Hi, Whiter.
Where can
Pour
we
me
get
some
the
monastery
point for
wine.
Sebentar.
We can always confiscate the
Master
property of the
Enderlin.
king.
Oh yang itu. Mau apa?
Nicht wahr?
Monastery red.
Monastery Red, oke. Bentar, diambilin.
The king is surely aware of it.
Awas,
as well.
awas, air
Maybe
panas.
If he waived some of the taxes,
The king fears that this
Ah,
town will rise
yang ini ya.
against He'll take the arming of the
nih.
city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you
Okay.
suggest we just wait with arms crossed for
Iya, sama-sama.
to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king
Simpen
to
dulu.
bring order to the realm with his army.
Takut tumpah soalnya, takut
Then
ada
the Dörfler will rise
ini,
up.
takut ada bocil lari-lari terus kesenggol tumpah.
We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht.
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city
Hey,
and
waiter.
the state of the
Pour me
public
some
bath.
monastery wine.
Si Jarjit lagi nggak boleh.
Not a good idea, sir.
This is unbelievable.
So the
Pak,
cleanliness of the
denger ya
city
Pak,
is
kamu tuh nggak
not
boleh minum
what
Pak,
it
nantinya
should be.
kacau nanti.
Current baths in the city for
Nggak usah bandel jadi orang.
covering all
Sebentar.
You're right. We
Yang
do
mana nih?
have the new bats and hop ring.
Yang mana nih?
Is everything all right? But I hear the hop ring bats
Yang mana
are
nih?
a pigsty.
They still are a bit, but the quality went downhill at Adams too.
What?
Mana sih bailiff?
Pray tell. I thought you were a frequent customer there. Or has he grown tired of pampering
ini.
you for free?
It's not about me at
Oh
all.
bailiff tuh yang mana sih? Yang ini.
Betty's baths
Bailiff
are
tuh.
considered town baths.
Or just
Sebentar.
forget it, you gorgeous boy.
Sebentar.
What do you mean?
The tax
Yeah.
brings in money for the town, yes, but it's still just a tax.
full cut, and what else would you want?
If the town
Yang
itself
mana ini?
took charge of the
Yang
baths,
mana sih? Oh yang
the
itu.
profits would be much bigger.
Mau apa?
And
Yang biru
all
ya?
the other baths would chip in with their
Oh
tax.
Tokayi, oke.
What? More baths? Surely not.
The need for cleanliness and citizens' health should not be underestimated.
Nor overestimate. Back time. If someone
Okay.
needs to wash, there's a river just a few steps from the city walls.
Certainly. And they can
I
get
fancy
leeches
some
there for free as
Tokai.
well.
Refill,
And while he's there, a man can shave and take a...
Ini si
You know what.
Jarjit minta
So
minum
what?
terus.
Going to the baths is neither
This
a
is
civic duty
unbelievable.
nor a right.
Have you forgotten the Black Death? A great many people died needlessly.
Are you questioning?
Kenapa nggak ambil
God's
sendiri-sendiri sih?
plan?
Males
The Black
banget.
Death had nothing to do with the baths, unless the Lord wishes to punish the wicked.
Ini loh, tinggal ambil jalan.
Keeping the city clean is important, but we don't have money to spend. Arguing about who is going to wash where and how is a waste of time.
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run
Oke, kita
his
tungguin
way,
dulu.
at least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates him.
And he can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage.
Mau apa nih?
Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Oh, Tokayi, iya Tokayi, iya. Ya orang baru pesen Pak, nggak usah
Speaking
marah-marah.
about the Rutard incident.
Sabar
You were
napa.
there, weren't you?
Nih,
Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
Well,
My ears must
Yeah.
be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard? Besides, if his
Taruh
men
dulu.
attacked yours, as I've heard, then
Tunggu
we have a
pesanan
good reason
berikutnya.
to punish him.
What happened there? Leave nothing out.
I don't like Rutard, true, but in this case it really was nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it.
Waiter!
I heard there were several dead.
Did you?
Yang mana? Yang mana?
Grossly exaggerated.
Oh yang itu.
I don't think
Yang mana? Monastery Red. Ya udah, oke.
He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the king.
Aduh, bayarannya nggak segimana tapi bolak-balik kayak gini.
The king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end
Thank
to
you,
us
waiter.
first.
Ya, sama-sama.
Knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
I'm sorry, Andreas, but
I
I
fancy
wouldn't
some
brush it off so
Tokai.
quickly.
Refill.
Why do I
Sebentar,
have to
sebentar.
feel
Yang mana nih?
telling us the whole
Oh yang
truth?
ini.
Are you accusing
Tokayi, iya.
Those are strong words, my friend. Nobody said
Buat
anything
si
like that, did they?
Om Brewok nih.
Why doesn't he tell us what really
Nih Om, minum Om.
I'm not keeping anything.
Minum Om, hati-hati minumnya, jangan buru-buru Om.
Truth to the rumors circulating around the town. Yes, Rutard and I had a little disagreement, but we ended it quickly because his daughter wanted to get involved. I didn't want to expose the girl to any unpleasant sights.
So Rutard is hiding behind his own daughter's skirts.
As if it wasn't enough that he sent his son to die defending the city.
All right. If you really don't have anything new to say, let's turn the page.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. I could understand it with mercenaries, students, other scum of all kinds, but city councillors?
Be specific, Forsooker. Are you blaming one of us?
Ah, and look who spoke
Hey, boy!
first.
A full cup of monastery wine.
I apologise, sir. Which one?
Monastery red. I didn't even take part in it.
And that's the only reason you're still here on the
Ini ambil sendiri
council
nih.
and not in the pillory.
If you want to blame somebody,
sir,
you should point the finger at the youngster here who's...
Excuse me.
Hang around me. Vanish. You hear me? Never mind.
Gimana sih lo kan minta minum tadi?
Gentlemen from the city's sword fighting school brought this custom to us. It's now run by the German Menhard.
Yang mana? Yang mana?
Don't be
Refill, sir.
ridiculous.
Yang mana?
You act like you've never been in a
Yang mana?
fight
Yang mana?
yourself. And to accuse a swordsman
Yang mana sih?
without a shred of proof. We're not some old fishwives
Yang
in the
mana?
marketplace.
Oh, yang France ya.
So you will just leave it be?
I'm here.
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while...
Yang ini.
I really shouldn't, sir.
A fine servant you are.
So what if they have one more reason?
Pak, ngerti nggak Pak? Kerjaan saya di sini cuma nuang minuman, bukan disuruh-suruh ngambil barang. Si Jarjit lagi nggak boleh minum Pak. Nggak boleh, kamu nggak boleh minum, tahu nggak?
If I threw out everyone who complains over a beer, I'd soon be out of customers.
Ah, to hell with it. We'll never get anywhere like this. Why waste our time?
Since there's the eternal dispute over the cathedrals, the building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery, and they are going to mock a royal mining city. Why can't we build faster? Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Hey!
Haven't you noticed there's a war
Always some
going
monastery
on?
wine.
I apologise, sir.
Are the experts
Monastery
on
right.
par?
Oke.
Besides,
Kamu ya mau
I get the feeling
mau
there's
minum yang
something
ini ya?
other than the welfare of the city
Nih.
behind your
Sir?
complaints.
Oh, you do? Do you? And what
You,
would
lad.
that be?
Like, for instance, that you'd like to have we met?
Salah lihat lo.
Really couldn't say.
Gue cuma tukang minuman.
This is over, my friend.
Or with
Your
someone
place
who
is at
looks
least two
a hell of
steps
a lot
behind
like
mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Excuse me? You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you bought yourself a seat in this council.
How dare you?
Okay.
I acquired
full
my
cup.
seat for the service
Ya, mau apa?
our guild provided and still
Okay.
provides to the
Iya. Sebentar. Diambilin dulu. Sabar ya Pak.
If that's all they have, there would be
Ini rapatnya masih lama nggak sih? Pegel gue. Nah ini Master Tukmaker ya.
People from the whole town go to watch them war.
I see you've come up in the world. From a bathhouse boy to a waiter, you'll go a long way.
Not long ago,
Might make council
the guards
one day.
raided and threw them all out.
Ah,
You're
yes,
a merry soul, lad. I
What
like
do we
that.
have to discuss next?
Udah belum ini? Lama banget rapatnya. Oke.
I'm telling you, something is being planned. Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Spektakel! Arsenal Tücek Össe, Elegiop Katonaikat, ich Kelkinek Udra.
Waduh. Grogi dia.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Like this man of fire!
Come now, Father. Put a little life into your dying. Seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject. Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Gutenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try. Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Gutenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
How does it feel to breathe free air again?
What can I say? You can never truly appreciate freedom until someone locks you up for a while.
Or until you become a priest.
No fear of that in my case. I intend to enjoy life to the full. Wine, women, and song.
What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Dear me. I'd rather creep off into some corner with a full wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
Oke, langsung aja.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin, a friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo, the last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non! And I'm glad to meet a new friend.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off.
May God be with you, then. Right. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Gutenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Are you here to arrange some trade?
We have more serious matters to attend to here than gaining a few groschen. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzig Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. But we did not get off to a very good start.
Well, maybe you'll get to know each other better. He should be coming here later, by the way. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Kobila, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Good health.
L'chaim.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess. Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Was that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
As it happens, I've got nothing better to do anyway.
Excellent. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings?
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
When Sigismund sees that, he'll be off to Hungary all the sooner. At a gallop.
Exactly. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves, but he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Hamann Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
What if it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome. Because it would mean slow, but certain defeat for all of us.
Why me, of all people?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk, and you're not just out for your own good. You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why I know I can count on you both. There aren't many like you two left.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
Botchek of Kunststadt. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the city was taken. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg. So his days in the council are numbered. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
Anna of Waldstein. The widow of that rich mine owner. What was his name?
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not surprised you forgot.
I was quite surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this are more of a
male affair? So far, Godwin, so far. Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young widow. But don't trust appearances. She's got claws, she knows how to do her sums, and she certainly has no love lost for Sigismund.
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her late husband's money, of course.
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to trade. And she knows a thing or two about diplomacy. There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his wealth thanks to her. And that it was thanks to her that he died, too.
I'll get on it then. Wish me luck.
I wish us both luck. Before the day is over, the die will be cast.
Success to our plans.
Oke. Ada misi-misi baru. Ini misinya Henry ya. Kalau ini kan beda karakter ya. Ini misinya Godwin. Nah, misinya sih sebenarnya masih sekitaran sini. Masih sekitaran Rabors. Ada 3 misinya. Get support from Anna, terus Hamann Elder, sama Botchek of Kunstadt. Oke. Kita ke poin ini dulu, ke si Anna dulu.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that. But what do you want my money for?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
How do you know Liechtenstein's behind it?
I know most of the people here very well. Many of them certainly have doubts about the Margrave's plans. But they wouldn't dream of stating them aloud. While it seems that Lord Liechtenstein, on the contrary, sees his opportunity.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine. And beneficial deals.
Then you're in the right place. This occasion provides all of those things.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I have yet to hear any interesting offers. So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
Sebentar. Kita pilih yang mana ya? Nah ini nih kayaknya yang paling apa ya? Yang paling masuk akal yang ini. Your wealth needs protection.
You manage large estates. In return for your generosity, we offer you protection.
I've managed quite well up to now, taking care of my own resources. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Harman Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
And these papers I'm supposed to switch, what do they concern?
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between myself and certain undesirable parties.
You were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is clear, but I'll rest easier when those papers are in my hands.
I'm supposed to rob an ally.
Harman Alder was given the documents to deliver to the council. He hasn't yet had a chance to look at them, so he won't even notice the difference.
And the papers I'm supposed to plant on Alder?
Just insignificant documents. If the incriminating ones disappeared without a trace, it would arouse suspicion.
All right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead.
Okay.
But watch yourself. Odorin's groom has eyes everywhere.
Oke. Untuk minta bantuan orang ini, kita harus nuker dokumen katanya. Waduh. Agak susah juga ini. Berarti kita harus keluar ya. Dia mau ngasih bantuan kalau kitanya ngebantuin dia dulu gitu. Nuker dokumen. Sebentar. Kita keluar dulu. Terus turun. Wah, ini mah susah. Banyak orang di sini.
What brings you here?
Tuh kan? Langsung di ini ya, langsung diusir.
Don't you want to
Coba
leave
kita
already?
ajak ngobrol
What
orang
brings
ini.
you? Greetings. What do you need?
Bisa langsung di ini sih, bisa langsung dikasih uang.
I just need to get something from the shed. You know what? Take this here. And you saw nothing. All right?
And what's there to see?
Not a sausage.
Oke, kita masuk. Harus disogok pakai uang baru dikasih jalan. Sebentar. Ada apa aja di sini? Sebentar. Ini kita ambil. Terus, nah ini switch paper. Oke. Udah ya harusnya ya, kita keluar lagi. Terus balik lagi ke si anak. Nah,
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet! You don't have to announce it to everyone.
Lady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink to our bargain, Godwin.
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady? To your health, Lady Anna.
And to the success of our efforts.
oke. Kita udah dapat satu, masih ada dua lagi. Haman Elder ya, Haman Elder sama siapa satunya tuh? Sebentar. Nah ini nih, si Haman Eldernya.
I'd like to check your horses out. See if they're as good as you say.
Ha, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, well, we have a new guest.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to harass my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Alder.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I apologize, Father.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Leipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
You're exaggerating, like you've always done.
Me? Exaggerating? You're the one who turned my home into a house of ill repute. Your whores wandering around as if they owned the place.
Oh, actually, anything fun was strictly banned under your roof. But maybe you ought to try it yourself sometime. Then maybe you wouldn't be such a bitter old grouch.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
Okay.
I'm not happy about it, but I accept. This isn't how I imagined my first meeting with my brother.
Make room for us.
Ajak
We'll
duel.
settle a very
Ayo.
private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back. Yeah.
You don't know which
Ayo.
end of that thing is off.
Fuck you.
Ya kan? Gue yang menang.
That will do. My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
Saya sambil izin ke toilet dulu ya.
I was in a war, right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Aye. Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
And no luck again, eh? When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting.
Hello bang, gimana bang? Maaf saya tadi habis dari toilet.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much.
Oh, Titan Quest. Oh, gampang itu. Tinggal ngikutin ini aja. Ngikutin apa? Misi aja. Makasih Bang udah subscribe saya Bang. Makasih ya Bang.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
I've got to get him on our side and to cooperate with us.
Aren't we all on the same side?
Maybe everyone's saying that.
Itu Titan Quest video lama tapi kalau bisa bermanfaat ya inilah apa ya, alhamdulillah bisa bermanfaat video saya.
I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out.
Keluar jurus maksudnya skill ya. Ya bisa Bang, bisa.
And tell me what it's all about.
All right then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea. But we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout.
Jurus atau skill bisa Bang, bisa banget.
If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern.
Bisa Bang, bisa petir bisa. Ngambil skillnya Storm kalau nggak salah kalau petir ya. Oke, kita dapat support dari Haman Alder, sisanya satu lagi. Misinya get support from ini bots check Kunstad. Kalau gitu, lagi apa Bu? Sama-sama Bang. Sama-sama Bang. Siap. Dengan senang hati Bang. Dengan senang hati bisa membantu. Sebentar. Ini oh dia di sini tempatnya. Oh ini nih bos cek Kunstad.
Sir Bocek,
Sama-sama Bang. Salam kenal ya Bang. Selamat datang di channel saya. Salam kenal.
To his lips and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Yobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to...
Kalau misalkan ini
include a few thousand men at arms. If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men at arms.
Skyrim main Bang, dulu banget Bang. Waktu Skyrim baru keluar tahun 2011 saya langsung main Bang dulu. Cuma belum booming streaming, jadi saya dulu mainnya offline itu. Dulu saya kecanduan Skyrim Bang waktu bulan puasa. Bisa main dari subuh sampai malam gitu Bang.
Don't worry, it's not just your money I want to draw on. Believe it or not, we've gained other patrons for our cause too.
Really? Name at least one of those lunatics then.
Anna of Volstein, for instance.
Truly? Well, let's see about it then.
I wouldn't mention the word lunatic.
All right, let's discuss it, candidly. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees.
Intinya game-game RPG ya lumayan seru tuh Bang.
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece.
Kalau misalkan bingung soal Titan Quest, boleh nonton video saya ya Bang, yang udah pernah diupload.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
I believe Liechtenstein is single.
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yitka could end up being a pawn to blackmail both of us.
I'd be honored to oblige. I'm in my prime.
Forget about it. Even if by some miracle you could manage to sire children, you'd die before you could raise them.
The truth doesn't offend, my lord. But I had to give it a try. How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
He may be young, but he's got something between his ears. He's got battle experience. And when he gets the estate that's his by right, he'll be well secured for life.
If he gets it. Right now, Hanush lords over Rate and seems quite happy with that state of affairs. On the other hand, the lords of Lipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
So, will you support our plan?
You're selling the skin of a boar that's still grunting. First, I want a confirmation that the wedding will take place as soon as possible.
And what if Lord Capon refuses?
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
Dia minta apa nih? Coba kita cek dulu misinya. Boss check of Kunstad promise to support Yob's amended plan under one condition. His niece will marry Lord Capon. Godwin had no choice but to go and tell Hanush and hope he will wring his neck there and then. Waduh, kayaknya agak susah nih. Gak tahu deh bisa apa enggak.
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
I've gained us a powerful ally.
And who is it? I hope it's not one of those Kuttenberg stuffed guts.
On the contrary, it's Bocek, the elder of Kunstad and Podjebrad.
Kunstad? By Christ, he's the last one I'd have expected to step up. How the hell did you do it?
Well, I explained to him how such an alliance could be mutually beneficial.
Mutually? What do you mean?
He's got a pretty serious personal interest in this... bond.
Stop beating around the bush and spit out what you promised him.
Lord Kunstad has a niece, so... I arranged a betrothal for young Lord Capon, with your blessing if you agree.
Hans Capon is to marry Yitka of Kunstad. Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstad's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's drink to it, shall we?
Yang mana ya? Saya bingung. Si Hans kan tipe-tipe orang yang suka bebas gitu loh. Bingung nih, yang mana ya? Apa pilih yang bawah ya? Decline gitu loh. Yang ini aja deh.
Cheers! Cheers to you! And to your parlaying skills!
Kita balik lagi ke si bos cek.
That's exactly why we mustn't push.
Sabocek, your niece Yitka can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed, without reservations.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstad.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yitka and the unhappy Lord Capon.
Here's to a good bargain.
Oke. Udah tiga-tiganya ya. Jadi kita balik lagi ke atas. Balik lagi ke si siapa tadi namanya? Oh ini nih. Liechtenstein.
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what news do you bring us?
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bocek of Kunstad will support our cause.
Both of them. Good heavens, what did you promise them?
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink. So if you'll excuse me, my lords?
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the Balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
Yes! The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslas, and
we stand with Lord Ruthard. And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylanders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants! Chicken shits! Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
I apologize, sire. I'll do everything in my power to...
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore placed the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly. We have had enough of false flattery.
Sire.
Kita kesini mungkin ke tempat pitcher lagi. Nunggu dia minta minum ya.
You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
Ya.
You tend to us as if we were infirm.
Yang mana sih dia tuh mintanya? Yang merah kayaknya ya.
The monks had a good year. We have concerns for
Yang merah kayaknya.
The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides.
Saya lupa dia sukanya yang putih apa yang merah. Yang merah aja deh, kita bawa.
Human mercenaries. They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only...
Kayaknya dia nggak protes deh kita bawa yang merah.
There's a fortress standing on every...
Kalau gitu kita pegang aja.
What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sir.
If only
Kamu mau minum juga? Mau minum juga kamu?
and relinquish that throne.
Kamu kalau mau minum ambil sendiri ya.
The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you.
Kamu mau minum nggak?
All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'll have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves.
Mau ini.
Everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think you're
Okay.
just waiting for the right
Nih.
moment. He'll switch sides when it suits.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities. And get a couple more lords on my side.
Kamu nggak haus yakin?
Threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Marquardt.
Nih, penjaga yang ini nih, kalau kita gerak dia ngikutin matanya. Nih, coba ke sini. Tuh. Ngawasin tuh matanya ngikutin. Tuh.
Never mind.
Your Majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, von Berghoff and his men set out for Rabosh. Alderin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Oderin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of red.
Oh, ganti. Ya udah ya. Iya sebentar, ini ngambil dulu. Sabar dong.
I think von Berghoff's
Kan dadak ngambil, jangan buru-buru.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town all too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already.
Masih jadi tukang minuman.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
Okay.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
Lord Kirkstein.
Calling out. Begging to be eaten. Ned is up for now. I couldn't resist either.
Must be made ending up you. Parish priest has going to.
Sebentar, suruh apa ini? Oh. Langsung aja lah biar cepet.
You in need of something, my well-oiled friend?
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. As they say, all's well that ends well. So, to brighter tomorrows.
Touching.
Come now. What's become of your poetic soul?
I never had one.
Truly? Not even a little?
Not a bit. I'm just a cynical old pragmatist.
In that case, in quite simple and pragmatic terms, the wine has run out.
Fuck! I've got a tongue like a slice of weak old bread after all that gabbing.
Well, get something wet for us then.
His lordship is so unsteady on his legs, he can't make it as far as the keg.
To hell with that keg slop. Your father surely has something better stored away. I had my eye on him all evening. He had pictures brought from somewhere for himself and his closest friends, and left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs. Try and find one of those pictures for us, eh? I'm sure you can manage that.
You can bet on it. I've got a nose for booze.
I don't doubt it. Get sniffing quick.
Suruh ngambil wine katanya. Sebentar. Kita ke bawah nih. Ini karena karakternya mabok jadi ini ya, apa, ngeblur gini.
And with you?
May her marriage to Lord Capon bring her happiness.
They're young. They'll have plenty of time to cultivate that happiness.
Sebentar.
Well, the groom isn't looking too happy at the moment.
Suruh ngambil apa sih? Coba kita cek lagi. Find a jug of wine. Oh, poin C. Poin C ternyata.
You don't have to listen to it day in, day out.
Ini bir.
A little gossip. You act like you don't know
Bir.
the world of the lords.
Ngeblur gini pusing. Ah. Terus kalau udah diambil gimana ini? Baik lagi ke si orang yang tadi. Mana sih tadi tuh? Oh, ini dia. Sebentar. Ada yang kentut lagi kayaknya. Aduh, ngeblur gini, pusing.
If the Queen did this, there wouldn't be no war.
Aduh. Sebentar. Bisa dipercepat nggak sih ini? Aduh. Kenapa sih misinya begini? Udah minum wine ini.
It would make a lot of things easier for you.
And how should I interpret this question?
In the simplest terms, I'm offering you a business without any ulterior motives. I am far.
Aduh, ngeblur gini pusing.
Gracious, you couldn't think of a fancier name.
Best wine. Iya, nyimpennya di mana best wine-nya? Aduh.
Looking too happy at the moment.
Have you ever thought about
Hey.
getting married again?
Nggak bisa dibuka.
It would make a lot of things easier.
Aduh. Misinya kayak gini lagi.
Just mispronounce the name.
about a horse, but a cock.
Greetings to you, friend.
Conrad, my friend.
Ini bikin pusing aja ini. Hey.
God be with you, my friend.
Ini ada wine.
You farmyard beast!
Open. Waduh, waduh. Coba kita turun ya. Yang mana sih ini? Ngeblur gini malah makin puyeng. Nope. Coba kita ke sini. Aduh, aduh. Ini bikin pusing banget misinya. Hey.
Sorry, have you got some time to spare?
From cleaning up this pigsty? Any time.
I've come to rescue you from work and responsibilities.
Really? Why don't you save that sweet talk and tell me what you want?
Well, it occurred to me we could maybe spend a little time together.
Of course. What else? Do you play dice?
You mean strip dice?
You strip if you like. Either way, you'll end up bare-assed and with an empty purse.
All right. Let's have a game.
I've heard about you, but you can't beat me.
I'm telling you, give it a year and Sigismund will be gone.
And I'm telling you, we won't get rid of him that easy.
Ini banyak banget adunya. Karena ini ya. Karena mabok nggak begitu kelihatan nomornya. Sebentar. Score and pass.
There, that turned out all right.
One by one, if an open battle breaks out, it'll be a
Your turn.
Oke, giliran kita.
This'll be a quick game.
I'm telling you, give it a year and Sigismund will be gone.
And I'm telling you, we won't get rid of him that easily.
And now I'll fuck it all up.
Being too
not.
hopeful here.
You're talking bollocks. Once you're straight in an army,
Hopefully I'll do it again.
run back to Hungary.
And why would he do that?
God.
If he was so favored as to run
Oke.
away from the first
Kita coba lagi.
army that crossed his path, he would never have made it all the way here.
Well, this won't be just any army. It will be an
Skor and pass.
Mother of God! What are you punishing me for?
I need help with something. Do you know where I might be able to find the wine pitchers? I mean the ones with the really good wine that the Lord saves for his nearest and dearest.
And you're one of those?
It's not for me. I'm just supposed to bring the wine to one of the distinguished guests.
I see. And if it evaporates on the way, it won't be your doing, eh? Anyway, I don't know nothing about no wine. In case you haven't noticed, I'm sweeping the floor, and I'm about to mop up vomit. Try asking my ma. She's the cook here.
Oke. Nanya ke cook di sini.
You're changing the subject, so you don't have to admit I'm right.
Ini bukan sih?
May I interrupt you for a moment?
You already did, didn't you?
What's the matter?
Everyone keeps saying that the prettiest girls in the whole county serve the odorants at Rabosh. I didn't believe it, but I can see there's some truth in it.
What are you blabbering about?
Haven't you had a little too much wine, perhaps?
Not at all. I could drink every man here under the table. Want me to show you?
No need. I believe you.
Stop bothering us and go pester someone else. Dasha isn't interested.
My good Sir fellows is no pony.
Gracious, you couldn't think of a fancier name.
Mana sih wine-nya tuh?
You don't have to listen to it, Dave.
Kosong. Cooknya mana cooknya? Nah ini nih, cooknya nih.
Greetings. Can't it wait till morning?
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but are you busy?
What do you think? A fortress full of hungry mouths and half of them noble lords accustomed to all kinds of debauchery.
Where might I find the really good wine here?
Why? You don't like the stuff from the kegs?
It's not for me. One of the distinguished guests asked for it.
Aha. If you go down the cellar stairs, you'll see the pictures lined up on the table. It's Lord Odorin's best. He's drunk plenty of it himself today.
All day long, they're trying to agree on something.
Oke, katanya wine-nya ada di lantai bawah. Jadi kita langsung turun. Loh, nggak ada. Katanya di sini. Ya udah nggak jadi. Kita ke atas lagi. Terus, nah, loh, pindah lagi ke bawah. Aneh banget ini. Poinnya pas kita datang poinnya pindah ke bawah. Tapi memang kalau misi sih dia bilangnya di bawah tempat wine-nya gitu loh. Berjejer di sini. Kita ambil yang merah.
The rat'll be good, I hope.
Oke. Buang angin dia.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rudard. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you beat it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of the fortress.
That's Peter of Pisac. He wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to the celebration, you old fox.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty. Thanks!
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
Waduh, diserang ini. Lagi mabok lagi. Gimana ini lawannya? Oh, udah nggak mabok. Protect your brother. Oh, ini kita harus lindungin si Christopher. Oke. Ha. 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 Mana lagi? Awas. Be careful. Ha. Sabar. Satu persatu. Woi. Wah, kayaknya nih Henry udah telat nih, udah keburu diserang. Wah, sudah terlalu terlambat kayaknya si Henry. Cepat. Ganti kostum dulu, jangan pakai kostum ini. Masa iya battle pakai kostum ini? Nggak bisa switch combat. Nggak bisa switch ini. Nggak bisa switch armor. Gimana dong? Kita nggak pakai apa-apa ini. Oke, kita jauhin combatnya dulu. Soalnya percuma gitu ngelawan kita nggak pakai apa-apa. Apa kita equip aja kali ya? Oke, karena nggak bisa pakai, nggak bisa switch ini, switch outfit, kita equip aja. Disamakan. Oh, nggak bisa pakai item di. Oh, ya terpaksa ya kita pakai ini, pakai kostum ini terpaksa. Kita terpaksa pakai kostum biasa gitu loh. Oke, hati-hati. Tanpa armor ini bahaya. Nggak ada proteksi. Tuh kan. Tuh kalau nggak pakai armor gini ya susah buat defense-nya. Aduh. Oke, sabar. Salah nih, harusnya kita ganti armor dulu. Masih pakai kostum pelayan. Oke.
By God's will, die!
Hai, sabar. Hai. Oke.
Fuck you, Horson!
Ha. Waduh, nambah lagi. Ntar. Gak pakai armor loh ini. Oke, mundur dulu. Ha. Awas. Oke. Ha. Sabar. Nice. Oke. Ganti kostum gak sih? Aduh, nggak bisa. Pakai perban juga nggak bisa. Sebentar. Pakai bandage. Oh bisa, pakai bandage masih bisa. Pakai bandage bisa, oke. Maju dulu.
Help me! He wounded me badly!
Oke, jaga stamina. Hati-hati. Wah. Sabar. Parah, ini nggak kelihatan apa-apa. Ya iya, mau gimana? Orang nggak pakai ini, nggak pakai armor. Susah loh nggak pakai armor. Oke, sebelum maju kita ganti armor dulu. Jangan gegabah. Nah, gitu dong. Baru nih siap battle. Tadi kita nggak pakai armor jadi kesusahan. Sekarang kita udah siap. Oke. Sudah ganti armor, sudah lebih siap.
Oh, you led him on nicely.
Ayo maju.
For God's will, die.
Oke.
Show what you're made of.
Oke. Sabar. Oke, nice. Hajar terus. Sabar, jaga stamina, jangan sampai habis staminanya. Oke, mundur dulu. Oke. Oke. Mana lagi? Oke. Lagi. Awas, hati-hati. Be careful. Easy. Was. Oke. Sabar, sabar. Waduh. Ini kuat juga nih, dikeroyok tapi nggak kalah-kalah. Satu orang ini kuat juga. Strong juga dia nih. Dikeroyok itu, tapi nggak kalah-kalah bisaan. Oke, finally. Wah.
That was a close shave. A little too close. Oh, fuck me. Did my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin!
How did you get... Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are, some aren't. They captured Odorin, Kunstad and Rutard.
And they took Alder and Conrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father?
Got a plan.
But, as you can see, our allies are getting scarce. We should lay low until Jobst gets back.
I'll gladly play dead for a while. Be so kind. And don't speak of the dead.
What happened, Godwin? Who died?
Anna of Waldstein. She didn't stand a chance against those butchers. May she rest in peace.
She was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And they almost killed my brother.
But only almost. Good work.
What do you mean, almost? What happened?
I got there in time to help him, fortunately. Christopher tried to defend our father, but nearly lost his life doing it. For nothing.
Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally, the same as Rutard and Botchek.
Oh, they all have their quirks. Cousin Botchek's a money-grabbing magpie. But I wouldn't give up on the fucker either.
We'll have to wait for the other side's move anyway. We don't even know where von Berghow took them.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you, but von Bergov's people beat me here.
You knew he was coming.
He wanted Odorin. He probably had no idea they'd find most of Sigismund's enemies here in one place.
I bet he couldn't believe his fucking luck.
And Sigismund will be moving at a gallop. We have to be really careful now. One wrong move, and he'll hang the lords.
You want to give up now?
Nobody said anything about giving up. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, get the hell out of here. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey... Oh, God's teeth. That stupid nag nearly broke me in half.
And what am I supposed to do? Can I help somehow?
You've done enough, don't you think?
And I'm sure Liechtenstein can't wait to find out what was discussed at the city council.
How long do you want to hide from Sigismund?
Until my broken bones mend. Or I kick the bucket. Hard to say.
They brought me to Suchdal half dead too. 2-3 days, you'll be as good as new.
The king announced one more thing at the council. He asked the councillors to ransack the Jewish quarter. That is, he ordered it, more like.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot.
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least he's safe here.
They're our allies. We have to help them.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing. I can just see them all jumping to their feet and rush to save their poor Jews.
Maybe Samuel will figure something out. He wanted to talk to you anyway.
He's here too?
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go and see them as soon as possible. And tell Liechtenstein too.
Anyway, we've got work to do. Godwin?
Give me a moment. I'll go and see Christopher first. Guard the walls until morning. If anyone shows up, I want to know about it. I'll be...
I too. Put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 rifles. What about your heart?
Jesus Christ.
Good to see you both. Alive.
Oh, come on. You know, I've walked out of much worse scrapes laughing.
They could well have killed us all. If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berkhoff could have caused a lot more harm.
Von Aulitz surprised even Sigismund with that. You should have seen the look on the king's face when he told him.
Well, thank God we all survived.
Well, not all of us. They killed Lady Anna of Waldstein and many other nobles. It was slaughter.
And they captured our closest and most influential allies. Without them, we can hardly get the burghers on our side. We're stuck.
We'll figure out a way to help them.
But how? Our plans are ruined.
Get a grip. Whining doesn't help anyone.
You're right. When I drink too much wine, I get overwhelmed with self-pity. Nevertheless, I have to admit it can't get much worse.
Actually, it might. And very soon. At Sigismund's council, an order was given to ransack the Jewish quarter.
God's wounds! We need to get back to the city and warn them.
I'm going with you.
Out of the question. Do you want to end up imprisoned again? You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Shishka. Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel. I'll try to get someone else to join.
When Jobst finds out about this,
What will happen to his lordship now? And to us?
we have to take care of young Sir Christopher.
Sir Katherine, you've had an exciting life. Tell me some stories.
Bien sûr. Your interest is gratifying and quite understandable.
Where does the name Brabant come from?
That is simple. My compatriots call me that because I am originally from Brabant province. And the name stuck. One day, I shall tell you about my place of birth, but I am sure you would long to hear about the conquest of Arezzo, yes? Or would you rather hear how I saved the King of France from certain death?
Thanks for sharing your stories with me, Sir Katherine.
Oke, mohon maaf untuk streamingnya sampai di sini dulu aja ya streamingnya. Sampai ketemu di streaming berikutnya. Thank you.